Hi, today's video marks the beginning of a longer series I plan to create about the world of changes, the fantasy universe and setting my friend and I have been building for years. Writing the script for it, however, was no easy task. While working on the idea, my mind kept shifting between three directions: a narrative that tells of the world's creation, the story from the perspective of the creators, or rather the hook that defines the game. And to be completely honest, I still struggle with it. And again, where do I even start? I decided to take a more personal approach with this video, one that reflects my own journey. I've always loved worlds with rich immersion, deep lore, and complex topics. Like its paragon in the world's most popular TTRPG, Changes aims to let players craft their own stories, but with a different setup, different protagonists, and different themes to explore. And of course, there are many great games with bombastic premises, settings built on strong concepts and clear boundaries. It often helps to set a creative filter to explain players what the game is and what it isn't, meanwhile giving the creators the chance to focus more so on the boundaries defined by them. Nowadays, the question arises more often towards, why should I even care? After all, there are plenty of gems outside, games beautifully crafted, yet not seen, or vaguely referred worlds that are left unread. Still, I never wanted to shy away from digging my hands deep into the material. I took inspiration from the real world, from history, geography, and cultures I've only read about. I studied events, learned to align them in the right historical order, and tried to understand the complexity of what defines us. I had, of course, to be able to make wider brush strokes, trying to find simplicity, and even get the tone right when taking large liberties, when straying away from the source idea to make them fit to my liking. It was necessary to create a world that doesn't necessarily require someone to read a dusty tome and records to really have a grasp on this world. Despite its deep historical premise, there was something unique that had to be carved out for the more casual consumer. Having friends who I shared processes with brought me back to my feet. I suddenly needed to explain myself. I needed to be able to really grasp what I was doing and justify the extra miles I was ready to take as well. The world of changes is diverse, full of wonder and transformation. Like our own, it's defined by its landscapes, its people, their stories, and its unique laws of nature. At the more conservative timeline of the game, the people of this world have achieved unity among each other, though the many changes have brought them to a new breaking point. Marking the time of industrialization, the past holds the answers for the future. This is where the concept or the creator's story collides with the process of world building and comes to a full circle. We wanted to emphasize this part of this tumultuous time with the rediscovery, scientific progress, and technological advance. But who are the protagonists, you may ask? It was clear from the start that humans would have a central role, but they weren't the only ones to shape the world. Today, they share their presence with the light-spirited Dainkin, who are seen as bridge between nature and civilization. The Jugun, once a mighty people of seafarers, who conquered the world with their ships. The grazers of the world beneath, secretive and industrious. And the Vlars, large and brutish creatures, with strong traditions and even stronger family ties. Living on the edge of civilization, the Yakao and the Tali prefer to avoid the bustle of the cities, even sometimes opposing them and fighting against the threat that endangers their own presence. Each of these people have their own history, culture, and identity, and there's many more, but this is something we will explore in their own dedicated videos. But for today, I hope you enjoyed tuning in, learning and taking in some of the aesthetics of this game in the making. The next video should be going more in depth with the world's actual creation. I might post a different video in between, like recording one of my painting progresses, since I want this to look right. I might even share some progress on preparing the next upcoming game, giving you insight on how I function as a DM and bring all these things together. But for now, thank you so much for everyone who already subscribed, friend or stranger. Even at this humble beginning, it's a great feeling to be seen. Let me know if you like what I do in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you around.